What is going on, everyone? It is PM TCG with all your TCG content at night. And on today's exciting episode, we have Rex Raptor once again with his Battle City deck profile. Battle City took place obviously from Kaiba's big tournament to take everybody's rare monsters away. Timeline for this deck build is roughly 2003, so you're going to see a lot of 2003 cards in here. There's like one new card in there. I'll explain it as we go through, but let's go ahead and go through the deck build that I think a Rex Raptor player would have used in 03 for the TCG. All right, let's go ahead and kick it off with Rex Raptor's rarest monster, Serpent Knight Dragon. Super sick card. He does lose this to Esperoba right off the rip. We only really see him use this monster in the duel, so we have to kind of assume what his deck looks like for Battle City. And I have to tell you, a lot of it's unfortunate just because there's still not a lot of good options for reptiles, dragons, dinosaurs, the like that he would have used. So we'll get through the monsters real quick. I'll talk about a couple options that we could have had that I went away from and why. So here we go. Serpent Knight Dragon, ace monster, rarest card for Battle City. And then you have Mega Zowler once again, Sword Arm of Dragon, Crawling Dragon number 2. We had to put 2 of these in here. Super unfortunate again because the pool's not very great. Two-headed King Rex, one of the monsters we think is his ace monster from the initial duel from Duelist Kingdom and that whole arc. I had to put 3 of him in there, unfortunate. 2 rubies, 2 of the Ancient Lizards, 2 Trachodons, 1 Flame Viper, and then here is Giant Rex. So this card is shown way later on in the Battle City arc when Noah Kaiba uses it. So that means it has to exist in this time. So I went ahead and gave it to our boy Rex Raptor as a dinosaur monster that he could have used. And then you have, of course, Gillosaurus. I put 3 of them in his deck. Gillosaurus did come out around this time. I know that he uses it in a later build, but Gillosaurus did come out in 03, so it's fair game. And then, of course, we have Blast Juggler for a fusion monster. All right, couple options. What is it? Yugioh would have been a good reptile choice. I just didn't think it fit his build per se, so I kind of left it alone, even though that would have been a really solid 1800 attack monster. So his monster pool's not super great. I mean, you got some searchability and some floaters with Gillosaurus. Giant Rex could just, you could defend with 2000 attack, I guess. And then his 3 high attack tribute summon monsters here just is what it is, unfortunately. Just not a great pool for the guy. Moving on to the spells and trap cards in the extra deck. We went with Heavy Storm, Poly, Dark Hole, Pot of Greed, Fissure, Terraforming, Monster Reborn, 2 stim packs to get that 700 attack, Wasteland for a field spell, and that's it for the spells and traps. We could have added Big Bang Shot, increased by 400, that deals piercing battle damage, but I just did not think that that was good enough for it. So our spells and trap cards are, again, just they're the best that I found and that I think he would have used. So I think that that is what we got going on for it. So let's go ahead and we'll swap over to the traps real quick. Trap cards consist of Regeki Break, discard 1 to pop 1. Wabaku. Sakuretsu Armor came out in 03, which makes it really sick. Really good defensive card here. Bottomless Trap Hole also came out. A threat, I'll tell you that much. We put in regular Trap Hole as well. Reinforcements. That 500 attack for this deck could really, make a change for a battle. Dust Tornado, 7 Tools of the Bandit, Magic Drain, and Magic Jammer to kind of round off the traps. Yeah, we didn't have a ton of options either for trap cards that I thought he would have used. We threw Wabaku in here, which is kind of like a wild card. But he has some solid trap cards. I think that he could hold his own a little bit if he gets the traps in there. There's 10 traps, 10 spell cards, 20 monsters. Kind of like your basic old school Yu-Gi-Oh formula. So I want to say that this right here could hold its own, especially with decks of equal power. So we'll jump into the fusions, and I think everybody knows the fusion monsters here. Once again, it is Practical, which is Trachodon and Flame Viper, Cybersaurus, which is Blast Juggler and Two-Headed King Rex, and then Brachios Radius, which is Two-Headed King Rex and Crawling Dragon number 2. So 3 fusion monsters. Are we going to fusion someone with this deck? If the opportunity presents itself, I guess maybe we normal summon a monster and then fuse with monsters in our hand would make sense to get 2 monsters out in the field. But other than that, that's kind of where we're at with that. So Rex Raptor's deck, there it is. If you guys liked it, let me know. What would you guys add to this build to make it better or change it up? Let me know down in the comments section and down below. But with that, everyone, I have been PM TCG with all your TCG content at night. And of course, we will see you all in the next one. See you later, everybody.